Right, it's Mike from the Mike James Rock Show. We are at Reading. We're talking to Bill Kinnear from Mastodon, who's headlining tonight. How's it going, man?
It's going great.
Cool.
Excited to be here. Yeah, it's great. Nice, cool weather.
It has definitely changed in temperature slightly today. I think we could do a thunderstorm, which will probably mean that your tent will be rammed tonight.
Oh yeah, get everybody under the tent.
Yeah.
We'll force some rain right the last second before we go on to gather everybody under.
What can we expect from a set tonight? Because I saw you 2 weeks ago when you headlined Bloodstock, and that was insane.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I think tonight we have a little bit less time.
Okay.
I think it's only an hour tonight. So we've got a good compact version of Bloodstock, with
nice,
a little more of the faster 2.5 minute songs.
Okay,
just for the
keep the vibe going.
By that time of night, it's pretty late, and everyone's.
The headliners are on later compared to a lot of festivals we've done this season, which is great.
It's good. I mean, yesterday we played in France, and we played at 4 in the afternoon. It was 30 degrees Celsius. Fucking brutal, and everyone's just kind of like.
Is that hotter than some of the shows you do in the States?
Oh yeah. That was. I mean, depends on where you are. If you're in New Mexico,
it's a bit
pretty
toasty,
warm, but it's it's not as humid there. It's like dry air, so.
Yeah. How do you find that on stage then? Because obviously you run around stage and
you get a little sluggish. Your guitars go out of tune super easily.
I was just about to say that. Does it have an effect to your instrument?
Yeah, it sure does. The wood, it's just natural. The wood starts to bend, it starts to expand, strings, everything is tight, and when it's at your room temperature. But once you start heating stuff up, things expand and contract, and
that's why you need a good guitar tech or drum tech or something.
But with our band, we try to Ramones it. I've always been a big fan of the Ramones, so we come out and we just start hitting like 1, 2, 3, 4, hit first song, second song, third song, don't stop, don't give them a chance.
That was the thing with Bloodstock. I was sort of sat down and just like, oh, they're on already. It's just like boom, and then it's like build and build and build and build and build.
I don't like to stop and just putter around on stage and talk to the crowd. I mean, at a festival it's different. We've never been that kind of band that tells the audience what to do, Jamie Josta, for example, he likes you motherfuckers, don't need to fucking start a pit over here, you guys start cooking over there, he orders everybody, they do it, but we're not really we're not like American hardcore band, we don't tell people what, they're not tough guys who.
Is that because there isn't a distinguishable frontman, because you all take the duties of singer and you do all individually?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Neurosis effect, we just want to like pummel people with the music and let the music. I don't want really people to show too much personality on stage besides what you see and what you hear. And you see the backdrop, you see the effects, the light show, you hear the music, and then you make your own interpretation from there. So we're just going to try to come out with a barrage of songs and knock them dead.
Cool. What's the plans for the next 6 months? Are you starting to look towards writing a new album or anything? Because I know some of the guys got their side projects with the Giraffe and.
Me personally, I've put together like about 11 songs in my own studio myself, just in my downtime while everyone else has been doing their thing.
Nice.
So
is this for a solo project or is this for Mastodon?
No, it's for Mastodon.
Okay.
But it's once we get home from this tour, we're all going to try to get in and hone in on it and put it into each other's hands so everyone can kind of make it a Mastodon record. Okay.
Do you all work together, or is it done by file sharing? You do it in your own spaces and then get together to jam?
Yeah, I mean, it's all different ways. Like, with the 11 songs that we've recorded so far, it's mostly been Braun and myself.
Okay.
I mean, he lives down the street from me. We grew up together, and we write together.
So good though, man. You're still like buddies from when you're a kid, and you're touring around the world, but you still get to hang out in the same neighborhood when you get back from tour.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not that we hang out that much besides like writing, but we do spend a lot of time every day. Like we both get up early, and it's like, okay, come over to my house down the studio. Let's sit down there for 3-4 hours, put some music together, put some drums down, and try to, be
quite regimented in that style of recording. Then you do make sure it's 8 hours, and you do 8 hours.
Yeah, we do. And once we get home, we're going to just pick up where we left off. But we're pretty well ahead of the curve, Oh,
that's cool.
Like I said, there's about 11, 12 solid ideas, full songs that are there with vocals and everything. It's just a matter of putting them
fine tuning and
cutting in pieces out of here and there. It doesn't mean all 11 will be that's the finished product by any means, but it's while other members are off doing their own things, I've got to stay busy with my thing, Mastodon.
I'm guessing you could get into a side project if you were asked or you wanted to, but Mastodon's your baby, isn't it, really?
I mean, I play with Primate once in a while, but it's It's hard.
Yeah.
I'm very busy, especially when I'm at home. I mean, I've got kids and wife, and
that's it. Life and work balance. It doesn't matter if you're a band or not in a band. You still got to get it just right, haven't you? It's a pain in the
There's
arse.
never enough hours in the day to do everything you want to do. So
especially when you're creative as well, because creative juices don't always flow 9 to 5 kind of.
No, you gotta. That's why I built the studio. So middle of the night, I get an idea in my head. The Riff Fairy is like sprinkle some riff dust over my brain.
I love that Riff Fairy. That's amazing.
Got to go down and like record it. Oh yeah, that sounds cool.
How do you do it when the Riff Fairy attacks you when you're on tour? Then do you like tap into a phone or something?
Yeah, I'll have to have my phone handy always, and put it on the recording, and then just start playing into it. Luckily, I almost always have a guitar within a few yards away.
So are we tentatively looking at like next year for a release, or is it still?
I think so. I think our plan right now is to start recording in October, November.
That's cool.
So pretty soon.
And then
we got to keep it fresh. You write something, if you let it sit for too long, it just doesn't. If it's not completed and recorded, even if it just kind of not as fresh as when you first come up with the ideas and you record it right away, because that's when you're really hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah, the inspiration is like constant; it just pours out of you.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I for one, I'm going to see you for the second time in 2 weeks tonight. I'm so excited for this. Thanks very much for taking some time out, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've now got the full set of Mastodon interviews in the bag now. You're the final one. So thanks very much for that, man. That was cool. Thanks.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cool, man. Cheers.